All right, welcome. In this video, I'll guide you through the process of creating custom dashboards in Veritas Alta reports.
So lots of flexibility there. Notice it did pop up a new tab here because I told it to. So let's go back to that report. That's my job status summary. And I like the way that I scoped it. Last 14 days works good. So I want to now save this. So I'm going to right click on the report, say save as, and I'm just going to call it job status summary, and I'm going to store it under dashboard components. So now let me close this out. And if I go to my dashboard components, you can see I've got a saved instance of that template with the parameters that I wanted for the last 14 days. And when I go to run it, I just click on it. It remembered everything that I selected from before and saved that instance of the template there. So this is key, because when you're creating a dashboard, you're going to be building it off of different reports, and each report can have its own scope associated with it. So let's go back to management reports to see if any other interesting reports here. So this error code looks interesting to me. So let's run that. And let's take the same, I'll do the last 14 days and just take everything and generate, and let's see what it looks like. Let's go ahead and take that and save it. And I'm going to call it job error code, and we're going to save it under dashboard components. And let's run another one. So back to management reports. Let's run a, I don't know, job volume summary. That will show us how much data is being backed up. And again, let's choose that last 14 days, run it against everything, group it by days, generate. And then there's all my backup volume. This is how much data I actually backed up on a daily basis across all those primary servers. And let's go ahead and save that. Job volume summary under dashboard components. So all I'm doing is I'm just basically running reports, scoping them out, and I'm saving them in this folder here. So now you can see I've got reports that are stacking up in that folder. One kind of anecdotal thing about this job volume report, if I scope this thing instead of by day, if I decide to do it by hours, and I look over the last 48 hours, it's a good way to tell what the activity is of my primary server. And so this is helpful if you wanted to see, maybe you need to stagger your schedule so that everything's not all trying to do everything at the same time. This is another variant of that, so let's take that and save that. And we're going to call it job volume, or let's call it like job activity. Okay, now I'm going to go up here, I'm going to close all these tabs off, and then we're going to run those reports individually. So let's go to my dashboard components, and let's go ahead and run that guy, run this one, run that one, and that one. So I've got 4 reports queued up along the top here as tabs. Now, if I want to assemble these things into a dashboard, I just simply hit the plus sign right here and say create a new dashboard or create dashboard. Now, what did it do? Nothing really. It just kind of brought up a blank palette that I can now put things on. So it created a new one called new dashboard, and let's take that job volume summary, and I'm just going to drag and drop it onto that blank palette. Let's take our job status summary. Now notice when I'm doing this, different parts will light up. So this will or get darker. So if I want to put it beside it, I just put it there and then let go. Let's put our error code over here. And let's put our job activity up here. Okay. So I've taken reports that I've saved, I've assembled them onto a dashboard, and now I'm going to take that dashboard, once I get it the way that I like it, right click, and we're going to save that dashboard, and I'm going to call it my backup overview. Let's go ahead and save that under our dashboards folder. Okay, so now Again, we're going to go up here. Let's close everything out. Go to my dashboards. There's my backup overview dashboard. And let's go ahead and run that. And it remembered everything that I did. So here's all my different components to that dashboard. And it behaves just like a report now. So if I want to take this dashboard and I want to email it to Ernie, I can simply go here and say, oh, well, I'll email it to myself. And I can have multiple formats. Now, this would look really bad in CSV format, so we're going to keep it in HTML or PDF format are both very good for dashboards, but you definitely don't want to see a dashboard in CSV or text format. You have the option for live links, yes or no. What that is going to do is allow you to interact with it like I just did earlier. So that will allow you to drill in to those backup jobs. If you don't want somebody to drill in or get any further, you just set that to no. And then you can have it either as an embedded or an attachment. And let's go ahead and email that off now. So it's taking that dashboard and it's now on its way to me by email. The other options is I can export that. I can take that and again, go into either PDF or text format and go ahead and export that. This is just a handy way if you want to just take that dashboard and keep it off as a PDF file for future use. So there's PDF version of that. You have some other options if you to manipulate the layout a little bit. So I can right click and say I want to set the layout a little differently. Maybe I want to give less real estate to the top part. So I'll make that 200 pixels and let's give those other 200 pixels to the lower one. I can suppress some of these headers, which will kind of clean it up a little bit. So you can manipulate it. And again, once you do that, you then want to save it, so that next time you go to run it, it'll be there. Now, the other thing which is important is the scope selection is applicable to dashboards as well. So if I right click and hit edit scope, I don't have to run this dashboard for my whole organization. I can, if I wanted to run it using those groups that we set up like Oracle, I can go in here and select just a particular application. In this case, I want to select my SAP application, put that in the scope, and then this will re-execute. And you can apply that to either all of the templates or just one of the templates up here. Generate, and now that dashboard is re-scoped for that particular application. So there's a lot of flexibility. You get the same type of flexibility when you're creating dashboards that you do when you're creating reports.